Good morning, everybody. How is it going? And I am glad to see you all in here. Technically, I'm supposed to start at 8:45. So once again, thank you for joining into the pre-market watch list here on the Boiler Room. We do it every morning, trying to bring you some of the best stocks to trade. Yesterday, my watch list was pretty much spot on, so that was cool. But I would like to first off mention, so we have a good amount of people in here right now. One second. And so for those of you watching and those of you that have been waiting to join into the trading course is now available. I'm starting to take people on. It will be on sale for the next couple days for a little bit more than 50% off, and you will get that price for life. The link is going to be in the description below. The link to the new chat room is also going to be in the description below. All right, so we're going to cover a few things here before we get into the watches. The course is now open. The course is never going to be 100% done when you're on it because I'm continuously adding to it. There's probably right now 5 or like 6, I don't know, maybe like 5 hours or so or 6 hours of content you can watch right now. There's still a lot of videos I have to be added, but if you want to go ahead and start learning, the course is available now to join for more than 50% off, so this is really the best time to join. The scanners, the live screen share is not ready yet, basically due to technical issues, which sucks. Long story short, I have to get an even faster internet so that I can properly host for like a couple thousand people maybe one day, right? So I can't have it crash. I need a faster internet. That's the reason it's not up right now. Also, the trading chat room is now available. Link is in the description below. Right now, I'm basically just giving out live commentary for free until more people join into the course, and then everybody's going to be transferred over to the premium section on the chat room, okay? So there's a lot of changes that will be happening here in these next few days to a couple weeks, but if you want to go ahead and get in early, the link is in the description below, and then the free chat room is also in the description below. There's instructions on the chat room that I really suggest everyone go through, and please do it because it will answer a lot of questions and help you understand the way that I would like you to work within the chat room. I want you to post in the correct chat channels, right? So when you get into the chat room, yeah, exactly, Recon, I'm looking at Google Fiber or Verizon Fiber. A fiber optic internet is really what I'm going to be doing. All right, so when you guys get into the chat room, start from the very top under Boiler Room Trading. Go from start here, premium, and just go down and read the channels, and that's really going to help alleviate a lot of the questions, all right? So I will do another video here probably later today and in the next couple days about the course and about the trading room, but for now, let's get into looking at some stocks. So again, link is in the description below. Trading room link is in the description below. Go ahead and join there. Tons of changes will be made here within the next couple days. Bear with me. I'm only one person. I'm really taking charge and running the course and running the chat room. So it's all me, and it all has to be done manually. None of it is automated. So it is unfortunate that it can't be automated, so I do have to manually input each member into their role on the channel. So again, thank you, thank you. Yeah, working on PayPal. PayPal is being ridiculous right now and giving me trouble. It's like not loading my account right. So regardless of that, let's get into it, start going over the stocks here for today. Let's see. Alrighty, let me get off of here. So first one, I guess we'll look at, because I know a lot of people probably made some good money there yesterday, is DCIX. Now, I'm honestly going to suggest that majority, if not everybody, stay away from DCIX today. DCIX is going to be probably very hard to trade. It's not a guarantee, but there are tons of people looking to short the stock. There are tons of people that still want it to go up. It's going to be very trappy. It's probably going to be back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, in which you'll get caught and you'll be trapped, right? You'll think it's going to go up, and then it's going to come down, right? And then you think it's going to be going down, and then it'll come up. So I really recommend just staying away from DCIX. It's most likely going to become very, very trappy, okay? So I highly suggest staying away from that one, okay? But there are some people watching it, so I do want to mention that it's probably best left alone today, okay? Next one, TOPS. I want to talk about this one. All right, this one has just ran up to $3. This thing has had an incredible move for the past couple days. So if you're in the stock, I really recommend thinking about taking your profits. It's possible we can see this run further, but I wouldn't test the luck. It looks like it wants to come down. It's already made a fantastic move. Honestly, I would highly suggest looking to maybe get out, lock in some profits, but don't bank on this continuing up because it's already very, very high. The price is up exponentially this morning. People will lock in profits as soon as the bell opens, causing this to most likely drop out of the gates, as David just said in the chat room there. Okay. Next thing I want you to take a look at. So that's good. I wonder if, so here's one that I want to take a look at here that is on watch. And I don't know if it's still, okay, so VRX, now it's kind of faded away from its, so right now it's got a high of 413 pre-market, okay? We have a high of 413 pre-market. This thing had phenomenal earnings. I mean, they absolutely crushed their earnings, okay? No, I totally missed the short on XMET, unfortunately. So here's one that I'm watching for potential long today is VRX. It popped up to a high of 413. It had phenomenal earnings this morning. The only way that I want to take a long position on VRX is if we can break above the pre-market high. If we can't get above 413, I will not be looking at taking a long position on VRX. VRX will have resistance right here at the $16 mark. Okay, it'll have its first sign of resistance probably up there in the 15 and the 1633 mark. So if VRX can steadily run today or climb, $16 is going to be my ultimate first target. So VRX had phenomenal earnings. It's showing great signs pre-market, but you still have to be cautious because this is up so much that it's possible we'll see this dump out of the gates because people are locking in profit. So the only way I would like to go long is over $14.13. Yes, VRX. All right. Now we're going to move on to the next one on the to-do list, okay? So that was one. Now the next one we have on watch here is WTW, okay? WTW had good earnings. As you can see, it popped up, and now it's continuing to run. It's slowly starting to fade out. But the real test here, the real question is, if WTW can hold up above $50, there might be a good bounce play or entry close to the $50 mark if it's showing signs that it's going to hold up on this $50 mark, right? $50 can be a very strong area of support. If it breaks $50, it could end up coming crashing down. So we really want to watch WTW to see if it can hold above that $50 mark. If it can, we could potentially see this run to the upside. And the reason being is, if you look back on the daily chart, you see here the last time they had good earnings was right here, and the stock ran for a couple days. So hopefully we can get that same type of move today. But again, it really comes down to whether or not the stock can hold $50. All right, that was one of them. Another one we have on watch, 1 second. Ooh. So WTW was on watch. Honestly, I did have HMNY on watch, but I really don't even want to mess with it. HMNY is kind of it's kind of all over the place. People asking about ESEA. I really don't recommend looking at this one. It appears that this is gapping up with no news. There's no news to really, I mean, let's see, 11.6. I mean, there's a little bit of news here from yesterday, but it doesn't look very strong. So I wouldn't really keep that on my watch list for this morning. QCON. Or actually, no, first let's start here. RRGB. Okay, RRGB, another one with bad earnings. It completely dumped out. So we have another one here. So RRGB completely dumped out due to bad earnings. It has kind of finally found a bottom. But if this continues to fade out, it'll probably be a pretty good short here early in the morning with the first target price of $52. So potential short here down to $52 on RRGB. All right, so if we look at the daily chart, it's right down to close to, right close to this $50 mark. This $50 mark will most likely hold up as support, but I think we can definitely see a move down to the $50 mark first. So that's going to be our first target on RRGB, is a move down to that $50 mark if it can get it. But don't be fooled. It's already gapped down so much that it may not continue to fade out. It actually may pop up. And if it does, we want to see if it's going to reject the $55 mark. So if it pops up, we want to see if it can hold below the $55 mark. If it keeps rejecting 55, it'll most likely fade out for majority of the day. Let's see. Okay, so that was one. There was another stock I was watching. I couldn't remember the name of now that I think about it. Ooh, I think I remember now. No, not that one. Well, we'll look at QCON. QCON was on short watch yesterday. It moved from 65 all the way down to 62. All right. It's showing signs of weakness right now, just consolidating sideways. This one could end up being a really good short below $62 and the first target price of 60. With the first target price of $60. Okay, guys. So again, there are some ones on short watch today. The ones that we're going to keep on watch for long positions are VRX, and then potentially WTW because of its earnings. Okay. So really, I mean, that's all that's really there. GLBS, I will go through these morning gappers with you guys. GLBS popped up. I think it may have had some news. No, not really. Yeah, okay, so a lot of these, okay, let me put it this way. A lot of TOPS, DRYS, DCIX, all these little shipping companies are having sympathy moves where they're all trading in relation to one another. So most likely GLBS is going to come crashing down here pretty soon. Yeah, they're shipper sympathy. They're simply just following the trend of all the other shipping companies. DRYS, DCIX, and GLBS, they're all just basically following suit, and they're trading alongside the same pattern as one another, okay? So again, it's probably not going to be a great play. GLBS probably not going to be a great play, okay? So, I mean, that's really just it. I could go through some more here, see if there's anything that's popping up that I've missed that I think looks pretty good. Actually, SHIP was up this morning. Okay, SHIP faded out. That doesn't look very strong. Brandon Walsh, I did look at TRIP earlier for a short. The only thing I'm not liking about it right now is the fact that it popped down to 34 and now it's put in a higher low. So technically it's not downtrending anymore, it's actually uptrending. So that's the only thing I worry about there, is the fact that we've put in a higher low. But it is still worth watching, okay? Definitely still worth watching. Honestly, you guys can watch HMNY. HMNY might be worth watching as well. I mean, it just completely squeezed up. And we might see this dump out today. I mean, it really should. I wouldn't expect it to keep coming up. It's looking very weak here, as you can see. So keep HMNY on your short watch list, okay? HMNY should be on a short watch list, but still be very careful because it is very choppy. WIN, I did look at earlier. Wait, WIN? Okay, if that's the same one, then definitely not. Nope, don't think it was. I wouldn't even trade LBIX. The volume's too low. Yeah, they're just all these sympathy plays. That's really all they are. All these like little penny stock runners here in the morning, all these little shipping companies. They're really not smart plays. TXMD. Yeah, TXMD could actually be TXMD could be a short. It could be. Just because of that pop it had yesterday. Below 6. I would only short below. No, I don't know. It's not the best setup for me, but I think it's worth watching today for a potential short. I do. Yeah, sympathy plays, like Chris said, are just basically they're pieces of crap and they're going to come down. So if you can short them, it's better to honestly short them when they start coming down. Okay, so DCIX is starting to move back up here, guys. But like I said, I really don't recommend trading this. It's going to be very hard to trade. Not necessarily. Actually, what I think will happen here is we're going to see a short squeeze out of the gates. I think what will actually happen is we'll see this squeeze up out of the gates just because short sellers are getting nervous. And they'll probably cover up their positions, and then it'll cause it to squeeze out of the gates here, probably up above 25. TOPS is not coming down. TOPS is still holding up. Okay. So there's a lot, guys. I mean, today is one of those days where there's just so many plays to keep your eyes on. I really like RRGB for a short. Oh yeah, David. Yeah, exactly, dude. Like David said, imagine, guys, just imagine for a second trying to short sell DCIX, thinking it's going to continue down before the gates, and then look what happens. It starts reversing and going back up. It's probably going to have a short squeeze right out of the gates, and I would not be surprised if we short squeeze up above 25 and even hit close to 30, right? I'm not saying trade it. If you want to, you can trade whatever you want. I'm just saying this is going to be a very sketchy stock today. There's still going to be money to be made. It's just not going to be the easiest money to be made, right? You'll probably have a heart attack doing it, getting your money's worth, okay? So, again, you have to be careful trading it. Rex, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't just know a cheap swing trading stock off the top of my head. To be honest, you know what? Let me answer a question right now, guys. This is a big question I get all the time. Like, what's a good swing trading stock? Swing trading stocks is something that you watch for weeks, at minimum 1 week. You should never, I mean, you can be successful, but literally, the best swing trades or the best trades you make swing trading will come from having a watch list in particular stocks that you watch for a couple weeks to a month, in which you start to really understand how the stock works. Trying to just pick up a stock to swing trade overnight or for a few days without really watching it for a good amount of time, it puts you at major risk, because you don't even know how the stock reacts. You're just trying to find something that looks good for maybe 1 or 2 days when really you need to be watching them for a week at minimum. That's the best way I feel of swing trading. Look at DCIX, popped up over 25 as expected here, okay? So, yeah, Chris, I honestly think TOPS is gonna wash right out of the gate. So guys, be careful on TOPS. Again, I expect that to wash out of the gates. HMNY is moving lower. So you know what? I mean, that's really. Whoop. What are you doing? So what are you doing? It's weird. So I have been making, you know, not necessarily because I want to, but the videos, the pre-market watch list hasn't been going as long because I'm really just trying to give you guys some of the great stock picks there, and then you choose to do, you know, what you want with them, kind of thing. So there's a lot of questions on XXII right now. I'll take a quick look here. at XXII. I mean, I get it, right? A lot of people like what's going on with XXII. They feel that the company and what they're doing as a whole is strong, right? They think that by removing the carcinogen levels in tobacco and making it less harmful, they should just explode and they should be the best thing ever. But at the end of the day, they're still a penny stock. And you should always treat a penny stock as they're supposed to be treated, and that's a company that is going to fail and will most likely lose you money in the long run. Penny stocks are only short-term. They are not long-term. Penny stocks are best traded intraday and not swing traded, hands down. So with that being said, XXII, in my personal opinion, I wouldn't even mess with it. It's not a stock that trades on like it just doesn't have range. To day trade, it doesn't really have range. You have to hold it for a long time to get that range. And look at TOPS flying now. Oh my God, that's just crazy. It's following suit with DCIX. If you look at DCIX, they're doing the exact same thing. DCIX is flying now. TOPS is flying now. Like, it's just, they're crazy. So, yeah. So, again, guys, real quick. DCIX will probably experience a short squeeze out of the gate and pop really quick. That's my theory. TOPS, it surprises me that it's continuing to run, but you got to think with how big that TOPS is up, there's going to be a lot of people looking to lock in their profits and sell their position, which could cause a dump out of the gates. TOPS, DCIX, they both got halted yesterday right in the beginning of the trading day. Understand these are going to be riskier trades. So you definitely have to protect yourself. If you're going to be trading them, consider taking smaller share size. The spreads on DCIX will be big. I guarantee that. They're not too bad right now, but yesterday they were as big as $1 at some points, which is just insane. If you look at VRX right now, VRX is moving higher. VRX looks promising. RRGB still looks like a potential short opportunity. So again, RRGB for short, WTW potential long, VRX potential. So VRX potential long, WTW potential long, RRGB potential short, DCIX, be very careful if you plan on trading it. TOPS, be very careful if you plan on trading it. That's pretty much the watch list and most of the ones that I'm looking at this morning. But that even those stocks should be plenty enough to make some money right there. So again, that's all I really have for you. Again, the trading course is available for early registration. You lock in the best price. The link is in the description below. There is much more work that still needs to be done with everything, but you can go ahead and sign up early. The trading chat room link is below. There is still a lot of work that needs to be done, but you're basically getting in early from the ground up, and you're going to see everything really get built all the way to the top. So essentially, it's going to be fun seeing the progress to being in so early. You'll get firsthand pick. There's going to be videos updated weekly to the course. The course will cover short selling at some points. The course talks about trading brokers, and since trading brokers always change, that'll be updated. So I mean, in the course, you're going to learn some swing trading. You're going to learn buying long. You're learning about candlesticks, the support and resistance, the patterns, level 2, short selling, psychology, understanding short squeezes, when you can expect short squeezes, why things move the way they do. You have to really understand both short selling and buying long to understand why the market reacts the way it does. Some people go, why did the stock go down or why did the stock go up? And if you don't understand both forehand and backhand, which is short selling and buying long in the market, you're really not fully there. It's like trying to play basketball, but you only can play offense. You're not going to. So when you understand short selling and you understand long selling, it's like it's like having offense and defense, right? You can do both sides in the game, right? And understanding both of the playing sides, you have a more well-rounded understanding of what the hell is going on. If you don't know like both of them, trading becomes a little bit more it is more challenging. It's just bottom line. So tons of stuff you'll learn. So again, links in the description below. I'll probably do some more videos because I'm sure everybody won't know about it right off the bat. So again, that's all I have for you guys today. I will see you tomorrow morning in the boiler room.